My my period is a bit late, and I'm going to the lab to do a test because I have been having the wildest malaria symptoms, and my period is like 3 days late. So it's crazy doing this right now, and I am scared of it coming out negative. But I also know that it's good for me to know before, like, so that I start to take better care of myself. Like, there's some things that you're supposed to eat and all of that. So I'm going to the lab now to do the test, and I'm also supposed to stop my 70 days fasting completely if it's positive. So I need to just know and get it out of the way so that I can now just know what to do. So I'll keep you guys posted. Test now. See the result.
For
Pregnancy. Faintly positive. Please, why you lie down on the floor? I am telling you, I was about to go and buy sore throat drugs. Then when I said I might have malaria, she just buy malaria tablets. And I said, let me just go into this lab and check. And I went to check, and it's faintly positive. So the man said, how many days is my period? And I went to the period app. My period is still. Okay, so for context, for those that I don't really know, so more like a background story for those people that are just watching the video and you haven't followed me for a while. So this video made you follow me. This is the context to which all other videos would come under. I am my husband. We've been married for 4 years this year. This year, December will make us 4 years in marriage. And we have been waiting on God for that number of time. And when we first got married, it was more like, okay, let's just wait. There's nothing wrong. Let's wait. So we're just waiting every month, nothing. The particular month that I thought I was pregnant because my period took a while. But then when it eventually came, it was painful and I felt like I was pregnant and I had miscarried or something. But then I didn't really take it seriously. So a year later, I went for HSG because I heard about it, flushing your tubes, and that you might have some blockage, and a lot of people get pregnant after the HSG. So that okay, since I suspected that I had a miscarriage some months ago, it's not a bad idea to go for it. So I went for the HSG. So it's actually like a scan. So they scan your uterus, your fallopian tube. Your entire reproductive system is on full blast. And if there's any blockage, they would try to flush it out, and then you would immediately try to make love to your husband, and it will click. So it's a bit uncomfortable. So you lie down and you raise your legs up wide apart. Of course, you're not wearing any clothes. Like you're just wearing an overall, and then you prop your bum up, and then they insert some metal object into your vagina to see what's happening, and then if there's a blockage, they flush it out with some liquid. So that's what they did for mine. So the diagnosis was I had what's the word? I had an enlarged uterus and bilateral tubal blockage. So they put some liquid through and all of that. And it wasn't painful, but it was very uncomfortable. Very, very, very uncomfortable. I remember I came back home and I cried a lot. We paid 20,000 naira for that exercise. That was like a year after we had been married, or 2 years after we had been married. Yes, child did not still come. So the following year, I went for a scan because I had been working out for a while and my tummy wasn't going down. So I went for a scan, and then I realized that I had a large fibroid. Came back, told my husband, we cried. We started to look into removal immediately because I'd been having very painful periods, blood clots, all of the like lots of bleeding. So my husband knew a doctor that he had worked for. He went on a documentary trip with their NGO. They focused on removing fibroids from women's tummy, from women's uterus. So thankful, we see this God. This thing, he knew this. He met this doctor a few years back, even before we got married. But I feel like God knew, because in fact, the fibroid surgery on its own is even a testimony, which I will come to. But let's take it step by step. So, the surgery was 2 weeks after I found out, to show you how much I didn't want to wait. Prayerfully, we went in, removed. The discovery kicked my ass. Like the recovery was mad. The pain, the drugs, the antibiotics. At some point, I used to hallucinate. That was how bad it was. So, a year later, no child. And the wait continued. I was put on fertility drugs for 3 months. The drugs made me feel and look pregnant, but I wasn't pregnant. My entire hormones were messed up and I felt like shit, like in all honesty. So after a while, I stopped. And I think we did every other thing, like a lot. There's no help. I did not take quiver leaf, raspberry leaf, okra water, like everything. Some other supplements my mom brought from Uyo that they are very good. There's nothing I haven't taken, literally, to be able to take in. You see the rhymes. So this year I started to do a 70-day fast with my father's church, Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministry. I had been praying for a child. I had done an Hallelujah challenge several times, but I had never really fasted and prayed. So when my father talked about this, when I went home, went to visit my dad for, my mom had surgery for her eye, so we all traveled. I and my husband. I started the fast when we came back. 70 days. It was the most. It was beautiful. It was a wonderful exercise, but it was taxing. Imagine fasting for 70 days. It was crazy. So towards the end of the fast was when the sickness began. And my period was expected and I did not see it. And I felt like, oh, it could be malaria, it could be stress. And then the word of knowledge from the pastor came. And
the Lord said to tell you, you're already a mother. Few days after now, you will discover that you're already a mother. Stretch forth your hands towards the altar.
and now we are pregnant. Guys, so I checked the app today and my last period was on the first day of my last period was September 8th. So this means and I've missed my period for 7 days. So this means that I'm 5 to 6 weeks pregnant and it's crazy. I've been freaking out a bit. Like I am happy. I'm excited because we've been trying for a while. Trust me. It's been crazy. But my back, like my lower back aches like mad. And my breasts are swollen and they hurt. I had to, and then I just feel like I have this very funny malaria and typhoid. Like, when you finish treating malaria and typhoid, that feeling, that's how I feel. So I'm just going to be doing these short videos to update my feelings. And I spoke to the doctor today, more like chatted, the man that did my myomectomy. So he gave me some new rules. No cold water. We shouldn't have sex. I should start taking folic acid and vitamin C. I already bought those ones some days ago, so I think I'm good there. I should rest a lot. I feel like I've been resting. I'm even bored, like I've over rested. But I'm just going to just try to keep on resting. That means I have to reduce the things I do. It's a whole new meaning that my husband has to do a lot of things for me. It's just a lot. I am grateful, like I'm not complaining because I feel like God has come true. Even the doctor was so happy. He just kept saying congratulations, God be the glory. Today is the 14th and we spoke to 14th of October. Yes, 2023. We spoke to the doctor today. Yesterday was more of chatting. Today he actually called. He called my husband back because we dropped some missed calls. So the same thing he said yesterday, he said today. And my husband told him about my cough and it's not my cough. About the cough I was having. It's very persistent at night more than in the morning. So he said I could take honey, no other thing but honey for that. And for the backache, I could take paracetamol. But I've never really liked paracetamol because there was this time I abused it. Yeah. I used to have very terrible menstrual pain before I had my myomectomy. So I used to take a lot of paracetamol and it used to make me feel very what's the word? Tired. So I'm not really a fan of paracetamol. Doctor says we can come in 2 weeks time for scan. So if today good morning guys, today is Monday the 16th and I just finished praying. So one of the things I'm going to share on in these vlogs that I do is a lot of spiritual exercises that I have done. So before I got pregnant, I was on a 70-day fast, and it's something my dad's church does every year. It's MFM, Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministry. So they do a 70-day fast every year. So I joined in it because again, we have been praying and trusting God for the fruits of the womb for a long time, and I have never really fasted about it. So I thought to join the 70 days fast as my own sacrifice. So when I found out I was pregnant, I stopped it. Now there's a prayer book that I usually use. It's called Prayer Rain. Prayer passports rather. So there's some prayer points there for pregnant women, for people that have had miscarriages, whatever your fertility problem is. There is a prayer point for you there. So when I found out I was pregnant, I had to stop the fast and everything. But now I am back to praying the prayer points in the booklet, even though I'm not fasting anymore, because I just realized that even though I am pregnant and I've gotten my request, my heart desire, I need to intensify or at least continue my prayer, because I mean the battle is not over. Even after you've given birth, the battle is not over. So if you're not really someone that is into those kind of things, pardon me, this vlog is about me sharing my journey to motherhood, and a major part of that journey has been my spiritual life. Yes, I've had a lot of dreams on this journey that has revealed to me that it wasn't an ordinary infertility. There were forces, there were powers, there were people that did not want me to carry my baby. I'm telling you the truth. I mean, there are some things that you don't believe till it happens to you, but when it happens to you, you begin to understand that it's not just fanfare as usual. Life is deep, and there's a spiritual, there's a physical, and the spiritual controls the physical. Yeah. So I've had a lot of dreams up until when I when I was pregnant. I had a dream to signify liberation. That's freedom from whatever was holding us back. And the second of the Hallelujah challenge, I had a dream where I and my husband got identical phones. So in my mind, I'm like, what does this dream mean? Could it mean that we're expecting twins? Sometimes my dreams are not clear. They're not like, okay, this is exactly what you're seeing in a dream, but I shall know that it's a good dream. Maybe we're expecting something in twos, which could be twins, or it could just be the birth of good things for us as a family. So if I happen to go for a scan and it's twins, I will not be surprised because it will be a confirmation of that. You understand? But even if I go for a scan and it's just one baby we see, I would know that something is coming because it's giving us double for our trouble, maybe in terms of financial breakthroughs or something. So yeah. So today I don't feel like doing anything. I don't want to eat beans again because I'm eating a lot of beans. I love beans. If you know me, you know that I love beans. So I want to just take a break from beans. So my husband has gone to buy ofada rice for me. It's been very helpful this season. Like it's been very, very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. Like aside from waking up in the morning to prepare my niece for school, which he partakes in. He does basically everything, and he's still pushing his own brand and still providing money basically. Because right now, I'm bringing money too, but not as much because I'm trying not to push myself. Because doctor said I should rest a lot. So again, the power of a prayerful partner, a caring partner, a present partner, a sensitive partner, all those things. Because every morning he prays for me, prays for the baby. We still do a Hallelujah challenge every night. So we've not stopped. We're not relenting because I know that the fight was not easy. Oh. It was just speed. I was holding myself back in some way because the things that you're trusting God for, the answers are in those things that you don't want to bring yourself to do. And for everything that God puts you through, he's trying to build a relationship with you. He's trying to call you into a deeper communion with him. And sometimes that it's sad that it takes problems for us to now like want to get closer to God. You understand? Like I used to just be that person that goes to church and just pray surface prayers. But this has really made me be more mindful of my spirituality and has taken me closer to God in a way that I didn't even know I was lacking. So that's all for today. Today is Sunday, and I think today has been good generally. Went to church. We wrote our testimony down. The thing with our church is that they don't give you enough time to talk. They just give you 1 minute, and what we had to say was more than 1 minute. So if you need more time, it's better for you to just write your testimony down than for you to go and stand and now tell you, summarize, what did God do for you? All those kind of rushing things. So we wrote the testimony and read it out for us. It was beautiful, very beautiful. Today has been good. I've eaten dinner. I try to eat dinner before 6 to avoid indigestion, bloating, or constipation. Naturally, I easily get constipated. So I'm much more in my own condition right now, in my peculiar situation. I know that constipation and bloating is more prominent. So I just avoid eating late. And funny enough, I'm not getting so hungry. Like I ate by 3 something. Yeah, 4 o'clock. And I'm not so hungry. Like so till tomorrow before I eat. So I'm still being very careful not to go overboard. But I'm not even having like any silly cravings or anything. And I saw one lady today that had waited for 10 years on Facebook, and she said she didn't have bad pregnancy experiences like she had been hearing. And I'm just like, I claim that for myself. I don't care what every other person's journey has been like. I'm just really praying. I'm not trying to sound insensitive or something, but you know that as human beings, we have this problem of if somebody had it bad, then we just begin to be afraid for ourselves, even when our own might not be like that. So I'm here claiming, speaking that my journey will not be as difficult, and I'm praying for a smooth and easy ride, like as smooth and easy can be. So today has been good. I haven't really felt, I'm still peeing a lot. I still feel okay. Yeah, I took honey yesterday, so the cough, I slept well. I tried to nap this afternoon, but I couldn't because we live in an area where there's a lot of churches. So there's a lot of noise, so I couldn't nap. But I laid down a lot and I cooked. I cooked beans. My favorite food right now, beans and plantain. Today is the 17th of October. 6 weeks, 4 days. This is what I'm eating: 2 eggs, regular wheat, some fish, bananas. It's for my vlog people. Vitamin C. Then I'm watching. All right. Okay. So, what's the update today? A few hours ago, I felt really, really down, and I realized that it was because of what I was seeing on the internet. So, I have had to mute um, this particular mom blog that I follow. Somebody shared something about having miscarried at 21 weeks. So that got me in a very bad headspace. So I had to mute them. I had to mute anything. I have had to mute anything and everything that is going to put fear in my mind, because I have to have control over my thoughts, over what goes on in my mind, because the battle is actually in the mind, if we are being honest. The battle is here. So more than ever, I have to be careful of what I let into my head. That looks better. So, and I realized yesterday that I actually have night sickness, not morning sickness. So I have morning sickness, but it happens to me in the night. Because explain to me why yesterday I was feeling so sick. Well, a little of it followed me to this morning, but it was worse in the night than it was in the morning. And I feel like I've not left my house in a while, so like I need some sunshine. But I can't really take myself to go outside because the street is very busy and I'm not ready for all of that kind of movement right now. So I'm settling for standing on my balcony and just enjoying the breeze. So my symptoms in the night are fever, mild cramps, like very mild cramps, like those cramps that just show you that something is happening there, but it's not a lot, just but it's a cramp. And then the taste in my mouth is horrible, like it is horrific. My mouth tastes like shit, and it's making me want to eat more, but then like I'm not hungry, I'm just trying to take away that taste in my mouth. But then I know that it will not take away the taste in my mouth, because I mean, so long as the pregnancy is here, one of the symptoms that you would taste. I got so paranoid that I went to go and browse about what a healthy pregnancy looks like. Like that's how my mind has just been going and going. And then I read somewhere on Twitter somebody had an ectopic pregnancy, and I was like, God. So my mind has just been. So I had to take out some time this morning to worship and pray, and to remind myself of God's promises. Because when you are praying to get pregnant and then you now get pregnant and then you realize that this is just the first half of the battle. The carrying the baby for 9 months, it's a battle. Do you understand? We don't talk about these things. We don't talk about this part. Hey God. So now you have to keep yourself prayed up, keep your faith up, talk to yourself, like just keep feeding your spirit, so that whatever arrows the devil is trying to throw at you, you're ready. So if you are pregnant or you are trying to be pregnant, please, when you finally get pregnant, you need to make sure that what you are feeding your mind with is what the word says, positive things and the things based on the word of God. All right, so that's all for today. My mom has advised me that I should not just be lying down in the bed, or I'm going to add weight and then I will now struggle to lose weight. So I am doing my best to be active, not so active, but I'm going to wash plates, packing up products for delivery. Not a lot, just so that's all for this video. I'm going to just post this one for week 6, and then week 7. See y'all.